Today is the 4th of July, and like a lot of family holidays, this one feels awkward. With everything going on the last few months, a lot of people have switched their relationship status with America to it's complicated. But in my opinion, today is a day for unity, a day that Americans should unite and stand together. A day to remember that yes, even though we have some shameful parts of our history, some more recent than we would care to admit, racism, violence, swing dancing, but there's also a lot of things that bring us together. So with that in mind, here are 10 things that I think every reasonable American can agree on. Number 1, people who drink soda in the morning cannot be trusted. Who pounds a Mountain Dew when there is still morning dew? Are you a child? Yeah, I just need the caffeine when I wake up. Yeah, we have an option for that. It's called coffee. Please grab a cup and come join us at the adult table. Number 2, Ken Griffey Jr. is the best baseball player of all time. There is no debate here. Instead of steroids, he took a bad hamstring to the park and still put up numbers as good, if not better, than everybody else. For over a decade, he was the best offensive and defensive player in Major League Baseball, not to mention being the coolest by far, with all respect to Mo Vaughn. He was so crazy dominant, and people act like this is even a discussion. It's not. I won't even listen to your argument unless it starts with Willie Mays. Number 3, even when they looked good, puka shell necklaces never really looked good. Are they even shells? Because they felt like just mini daggers into my throat. I was a proud wearer for many years, but we need to come to grips that those looked more like candy necklaces than we're willing to give them credit for. Number 4, speaking of things that get made fun of from the 90s, rollerblading. Rollerblading is fun. Why the stigma? Why do we make fun of rollerblading so much? It's a great time. And don't act like you're better than rollerblading. Really? Have you ever seen Brink? It's good enough for a Disney movie. It's good enough for me. Number 5, escape rooms need to go, especially now. Life has been in an escape room for 4 months. I think this is a business we can all agree doesn't need to make it after this. Number 6, Martin is the most underrated comedy sitcom of all time. Why do we not talk about Martin more? It's so good. Everybody Loves Raymond, Seinfeld, it's as good, if not better, than those. Oh, but what about Friends? Don't even get me started on Friends. This is meant to be a video that brings people together, so I won't share my full opinion on Friends, but I will just say my take rhymes with Mover-crated. Number 7, it's okay to not like spicy food. Why do we have this stigma attached that if you like spicy food, that's attached to toughness? No, it's not. It just means you've burned off all your taste buds. You're like a junkie who just needs a heavier dose. Just because I don't have an abusive relationship with my tongue doesn't mean that I'm not a man. Wow, that sentence came out weird. All I'm saying is feel free to scorch your taste buds to the earth, and I will continue to enjoy my mild wings while I rollerblade. Number 8, racism is a real and ugly part of America's history that we cannot ignore. We need to continue to elevate the voices of African Americans in our lives, in our communities, so that we can grow in knowledge and understanding and empathy, and we can strive together to bring justice and equality for all people. And number 9, Coldplay hasn't been good in a while. A couple of good albums at first, absolutely, but Coldplay has become that girl from high school that it's just not what it used to be. You've both changed, some for the better, some for the Viva La Vida. I've tried Coldplay, but I just can't fix you. And number 10, this election in November is a pivotal moment in American history. There have been few times where it is more important for your voice to be heard and for us to bind together to make sure we get the right leader in place leading this great country right now. And if there is one thing we can all agree on, is that you do not love this country. You are un-American and a complete moral scumbag if you don't go to the polls this November and vote for the clear leader, the obvious choice of who needs to lead our country right now.